Dr. Perry Wilson is Associate Professor of Medicine at Yale and joins us this morning. Dr. Perry, good morning. How concerned do you think people here in the States should be that there are deaths related to monkeypox elsewhere?
Yeah, it's a good reminder that this is a serious infection, although it doesn't have the death rates that we see with COVID and unvaccinated people. For example, there are deaths out there, and these are deaths that occur through something called encephalitis, inflammation of the brain. So it can be quite a serious infection. You don't want it. Even if you're not going to die, it can be incredibly painful and even disfiguring with some of the scars that can occur from the rash itself.
Now, what about in children? There have been some cases of monkeypox reported in children. They're few, but we're getting into school time now. So what are the additional concerns once we're into school time when kids are going to be, in class close to each other? Maybe, I don't know, I got your backpack. It was supposed to be mine, but I put yours on,
Yeah, this is certainly going to be a high risk situation. Monkeypox transmits when people are in close personal contact, and kids in small classrooms, particularly with bad ventilation, as many classrooms are at risk. The other at-risk group we really need to start thinking about is college students. There's another infection, meningitis, that likes to spread when a lot of people are in close contact and partying together and that kind of thing. And we vaccinate college kids against meningitis. We need to start thinking about what's going to happen when college gets back in session as well, because that's going to be a great breeding ground for monkeypox.
That's a good point. In areas that have declared monkeypox emergency, would people need to worry about things like trying on clothes at a store or touching bed sheets in the hotel? I mean, hopefully you would hope that the bed sheets have been clean. Or what about public restrooms? So many questions can come up.
Yeah, well, so monkeypox is quite stable on surfaces. So disinfecting surfaces is important. That being said, it passes through broken skin, mucous membranes, and the respiratory tract. So just getting monkeypox virus on your unbroken skin, let's say you're sitting on a toilet seat or something like that, provided you don't have any cuts or breaks in your skin, pretty low risk, not zero, but pretty low risk. I don't think that's going to be the major source of infection spread. And certainly we haven't heard any cases yet that people are getting a new infection and the source seems to be bed linens or trying on clothes.
Good point. But there is a vaccine. Now, if you do not have access to the vaccine, say you do get a case of monkeypox, does it kind of write out like a case of chickenpox would? And not that they're related, but I mean, like you go through the different phases, or is there treatment for it?
Yeah. Well, so there are two vaccines, one of which is the inactivated vaccine, is vastly preferred, is essentially absent. We're basically run out of that vaccine and may not get any more until October, which is really concerning. Then there's that smallpox vaccine, which there's a huge stockpile of, but it's quite difficult to use. It's a live vaccine. People can't be immunocompromised. It's tricky. There are several antiviral treatments. TPOXX or tecovirimat is the number one. Also not in the greatest supply right now, but there are treatment options. Regardless of whether you get treatment or not, it's not fun by most reports. This is 2 to 4 weeks of painful rash, and the pain can be quite severe. It's often accompanied by pretty decent fatigue and at least for the first 3 to 4 days, some high fevers. So not great.
Yeah, uncomfortable to say the least. All right, Dr. Perry Wilson in New Haven, Connecticut. Thank you. Appreciate it.